You see, my man, Central Cee. What do you think about his mixtape that he released? Your honest opinion.
I ain't listen to it, bro. You think I'm doing bad mixtapes that man don't rock with? Let the fuck be about, man. I don't know what's going on.
No, but you can listen to it on YouTube though.
But I ain't going to. Bro, what do you think I'm doing? Typing in Duke's name.
No, but you've listened to his music though. Don't lie. You've listened.
Bro, his music comes around, bro. But I'm not searching up listening to my man's music, bro. Like,
no, but have you heard of his music before though? That's what I'm asking you.
I literally just told you I listened to the music is played around like on the radio, bro. Like,
okay, so what do you think?
Bro.
So what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
What do I think about it? Bro, makes music in it. Like,
is it good music,
yeah,
bro? You
like,
know where I'm getting to, bro.
Bro, it depends, innit? Like, it depends, like, you feel me? Like, I lie, like, it's not really for me, innit? Like, obviously he's a talented human being, innit? But me, like, yeah.
Because I remember there was something about apparently he went to the same school as you.
Yeah, along them lines.
Okay, cool. So because I used to see him in other videos back then, and
but watch this, yeah. How much you trying to give man in cash for this interview, bro? I'll be honest.
He said cash. I'm dead.
You're taking the piss. Please leave.
What's good, my Kimmy? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing LiTTy. I already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, guys, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down a recent DIGGA interview where he mentioned some course topics regarding Central Cee, ARRDEE, and of course, FREDO. And we're going to break this down in way more detail. But you know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe, drop a banger like this one, and hit that note because you're in the so you can be the first to know when these videos comes out. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, if you didn't already know, DIGGA recently did an interview with the UK creator called Az, aka Mr. Harsh Reality Noise. I will put his links in the description as well so you can check him out. And of course, in this interview, they discussed a number of topics, one of which was Central Cee. DIGGA was essentially asked if he's listened to Central Cee's latest mixtape, and well, this was his response.
I ain't listen to it, bro. You think I'm doing bad mixtapes that man don't rock with? I ain't going to. Bro, what do you think I'm doing? Typing in Duke's name.
No, but you've listened to his music though. Don't lie. You've listened.
Bro, his music comes around, bro. But I'm not searching up listening to my man's music, bro. Like, I literally just told you I listened to the music is played around like on the radio, bro. Like,
now, what DIGGA was trying to say here, but obviously he didn't want to say it in so many words, is that because Central Cee is such a big artist in the UK, even if you're someone like DIGGA who doesn't rate him at all, / is one of his ops, it's kind of hard for you to avoid listening to his music. You know, his music will come up in places that you have little control over, e.g., people are using his music in their Instagram reels or in their TikToks or in their YouTube videos. They're playing it on streams. He's hearing it at the club, at parties. He even said the radio. I mean, he basically had one of, if not the biggest UK song in 2022 and 2023 back to back. So it's like, it's kind of impossible to not be hearing his music, even if you don't rate him. DIGGA is then asked if he actually likes Central Cee's music, which he proceeded to do something which I didn't exactly expect. He basically said the music is not for him.
Is it good music, bro? You know where I'm getting to, bro.
Bro, it depends, innit? Like, it's not really for me, innit? Like, obviously he's a talented human being, innit? But
which kind of leads me to initially believe that maybe their beef isn't exactly as strong as I thought it was, because me knowing DIGGA's personality, I don't know him personally, but from what he shows online, I thought he'd be saying like F Central Cee, like his music's dead, it's washed, he makes music for kids. Like, I thought he'd be coming with that kind of energy, because even in this same interview, he was asked about FREDO. Well, sort of, FREDO came up some way, somehow, and DIGGA basically said he don't rate FREDO as a person, and he doesn't rate his music either. So I'm not sure why he wouldn't be saying the same thing about Central Cee, considering their history. But I don't know, you know, maybe there's some sort of like mob ties going on behind the scenes or something. I'm only a part-time driller, so all that stuff is way above my pay grade, you know what I mean?
For the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch.
But this discussion did get me thinking that if Central Cee really wanted to have the ultimate album rollout, he could engage in a Kendrick/Drake style beef with DIGGA, and of course try to cement himself as a top tier UK rapper. Like, let's imagine if he dropped a DIGGA diss track and they both went back and forth in music. And let's imagine Central Cee wins and then he drops his debut album as like a victory lap. I feel like that would be the ultimate way to cement himself in 2025 and beyond. It would be one of the really big, high-profile beefs in the UK probably since Chip and Stormzy, and that didn't even happen. So I guess since Stormzy and Wiley, which is about nearly 5 years ago. So of course there'd be a huge amount of eyes on it, a huge amount of attention. There'd be international attention on it as well, because Central Cee is becoming an international / global artist. It would just bring the highest amount of eyes towards his album that he's ever had, I think. So YBs, I hope you're taking notes, brother, because I'm giving you some gems right now. Of course, the two main issues with going down this route is, number one, and most important, when I'm saying this to ignite a beef, I want it to be kept strictly music. I'm not promoting anyone going on any drive-bys or ride-outs or gang-affiliated wars, and nah, I'm not about that. I just want to hear diss tracks. That's it. Nobody needs to buck anyone at Westfield or nothing like that. Like, we don't need to do that. But of course, the second main issue here is that Central Cee would actually have to win the beef. And, winning in a lyrical war against Digga D probably going to be a lot tougher than he thinks, especially when both of their reputations as quote-unquote hard rappers would be on the line. I just can't see any of them giving up easily without a big fight. I can see about like 3 or 4 diss tracks going back between the two of them, honestly. Now, of course, at this current moment in time, Digga D is in jail, so it would be a bit harder for him to be recording, quote-unquote response diss tracks and whatnot. But I'm not gonna lie, I've seen man in jail playing FIFA. I've seen them eating Dominoes. I think the other week I saw those guys in jail and they started a podcast and they'll talk about how much money your bro should be sending you if you're in jail. So I'm pretty sure if Digga D needed to drop something from jail, he'd be able to find a way. I've seen Prison Break. All they gotta do is find their Officer Bellic and their pattern. Now, in this interview, Digga D also mentioned the beef that him and ARRDEE had because the interviewer asked him to explain the situation in more detail. And I'm not gonna lie, Digga D was not keeping it fully 100 with his response here. He explained the situation, of course, but he did try, and he basically said that it was just Striker and Horrid, that Horrid didn't rate ARRDEE and Striker said ARRDEE was hard. Now, don't get me wrong, those things did happen, but Digga D did say in the video, and we all remember this because I made a video on it way back when, he said, they're dissing him in my DM, they're saying this shit, I hear what they're saying, but I need that Muna, which basically means you agree that it was shit, but you're just doing it for the bread. So you can't walk it back now. Like, just you already apologized on the situation. Like, why just stand 10 toes and say, yeah, you thought that he was shit? Like, we've already moved past the situation. I believe you and ARRDEE made amends. You said something about when you was on stage, you said you were saying it as a man that you wanted to apologize for that even coming out. So I don't see why he didn't just say that he thought it was shit, because he did. And it was. The verse was dead. Like, let's be real. That tune is probably one of Digga D's worst tunes he's ever dropped in his entire career.
Stop! Please stop, please.
We can admit that now. That it's been 3 years later. If you're not going to say it, I'll say it. That tune is absolute garbage. But yeah, that was the only bit of the interview where I was just a bit like, come on, like, why are we not just saying that we didn't like the song? It's obvious. But yeah, in the words of Heady One,
it's a bit of a sticky one still.
But let me know if you think about this in the comment section down below. What do you think about Digga D's comments on Central Cee, his comments on FREDO, and his comments about the ARRDEE situation? You let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and road to 3,000 subs. You already know what time it is. You can follow me on my personal IG at LiTTyENT. If you care about what I do, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there, because what else do you do with your life? Absolutely nothing, mate. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing.